Okay, I am back. This is section 4.1. We're going to continue on with part 2. Let's talk about the Babylonian numeration system. This is an ancient number system from an extremely long time ago, thousands of years ago. Babylonians used two different symbols. They used what looks like a V, and they used what looks kind of like an arrow or a C. I call it a V and a C. Now, when they used this symbol, the one that looks like a V, it represented the quantity 1. And when they used this symbol that looks kind of like a C, it represented the quantity 10. So if I wanted to represent the quantity 13, I would have one of these, and I would have 3 of these. So that would be the quantity 13. All right. Now, the place values in the Babylonian system, they use, you know how we use powers of 10? They use powers of 60. Don't ask me why they chose 60. I really don't know. So the place values, we always start with the right-hand side and we go work our way left. So just like us, the first place is 1. It's the ones place. So they would represent anything that's in the first place by 1. In the second place, instead of multiplying by 10, they would multiply by 60. So if you're in the second place, you would multiply by 60. The next place would be 60 squared, 60 cubed, 60 to the 4th, 60 to the 5th, etc. Okay. All right, so we have this number here. We've got the V's, we've got a C and a V, we've got some C's and a couple V's. What does this represent as a Hindu Arabic number? Okay, so we've got this place, which is in the ones place, which means multiply times 1. We have this place, which is in the 60s place. Remember, this is powers of 60. So whatever this quantity is, we would multiply by 60. And we have this, which is in the 60 squared place. So we're going to multiply this by 60 squared. All right, so let's see what we have. Figure out what quantity this represents. So we've got 2 of the 10s and 2 of the 1s. 2 of the 10s, 2 of the 1s, that would be 22, and this is in the 1s place. So this says take 22 and multiply it times 1. Okay. This is in the 60s place, so whatever quantity that is, we're going to multiply times 60. So we've got a 10, we've got a 1, that's 11. So we're going to multiply 11 by 60. And this is in the 60 squareds place, so we have 2 of the 1s. Am I saying that right? Yes, 2 of the 1s. Sorry about that. Had to check. Double check. We've got 2 of the 1s. We're going to multiply 2 times, this is in the 60 squareds place. Okay, and then we're going to add them up. Okay, so getting out your scientific calculator, the one I told you that you had to buy, you're going to multiply 2 times 60 squared and figure out what that is. And that is 7,200. And you're going to multiply 11 times 60. And that is 660. And 22 times 1 is 22. Okay. Now you're going to add those up. So I have 7,200. I want to add 660. I want to add 22. Correct answer, 7,882 would be that Babylonian number converted to a Hindu Arabic number. my numeration system, instead of using V's and C's, they used these symbols right here. And they represented the quantities up through 19 as sticks and dots, with the exception of 0. And if you notice, the dots represent the quantity 1, but once we get to 5, then it becomes a stick. So if I wanted 6, that would be a stick and a dot. If I wanted 9, that would be a stick and 4 dots. 10 would be 2 sticks, or 2 5s, etc. Okay, so these are the symbols. They had 20 symbols that they used. Babylonians had 2 symbols. They had a V and a C. That was it, done, the end. We have 10 symbols. This one, etc. They had 20 symbols that they got to use. And it was also place values. The number farthest to the right is the ones place. And the Mayans, man, they did stuff really weird. So the number farthest to the right was multiplied times 1. It's actually not to the right. It's actually they go up and down. So the lowest number actually is multiplied times 1. And then up, you would multiply times 20. Instead of doing 20 squared, which would be kind of logical, they did actually 18 times 20. Don't ask me why. They just chose that. And then 18 times 20 squared. Here's where we start increasing the powers. So 1s, 20s, 18 times 20s, 18 times 20 squareds. These are the places. Okay. And the numbers are expressed vertically, meaning up and down, and the place value at the bottom is the ones place, or multiply times 1. All right, so let's take a look at this Mayan number. So this is at the bottom, so that represents the ones place. The next number up is the 20s, the 18 times 20s, and the 18 times 20 squared. All right, so this number on the top, that there's 2 sticks and 4 dots, so that would be the quantity 14, but remember this is a place value, so you multiply that. We're going to multiply it by the place value. We'll hold off on that for just a second. Represents the quantity. We're going to multiply by a place value. This is 7. We're going to multiply by a place value, and 12 times some place value. So with the Mayans, remember the bottom number gets multiplied times 1. The next number gets multiplied times 20. The next number times 18 times 20. Okay, so this is my place value here. The next number is times 18 times 20 squared. Okay, and then we add these numbers up. So get out your handy dandy calculator, and we have 14 times 18 times 20 squared gives us the quantity 100,800. Okay. The next one, we have 0 times 18 times 20. That's 0. We have 7 times 20, which is the quantity 140. And we have 12 times 1, which is 12. What we're going to do is we're going to add those numbers up. So 100,800, add 0, add 140, add 12. And this Mayan number is 100,952. Would be the answer for that problem. Okay, I believe this is the last example. What we're trying to do is we have an addition problem now. So we want to add these two numbers together, and we want to write the answer as a Hindu Arabic number. as a regular number. All right, so remember when you add numbers, it doesn't matter what number system you're in. If you have ones and tens and hundreds, you add all the ones together, you add all the tens together, you add all the hundreds together. Well, they do the same thing. You add the ones together, you add the 20s together, and you add the 18 times 20s together. So how many ones do we have? Well, we've got a total of 3 sticks, and we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. So 3 sticks would be 15, 5 dots would be 5. So altogether, this number right here at the bottom represents our quantity of 20, and since it's at the bottom, we multiply it times 1. So this is 20, and it's in the ones place. Okay, I'm going to erase this so we can see what we're doing here. This place, we've got 3 sticks and 2 dots, so 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So the 3 sticks and the 2 dots, 17. So the next place is the 20s place. And finally, we have this place, which is 8. We've got 8 times, remember the next one doesn't do 20 squared, it does 18 times 20. If we had another one, we would do 18 times 20 squared, etc. And we're going to add these up. So we have 8 times 18 times 20, and that gives us the 2,880. 17 times 20, and that gives us 340. And 20 times 1 gives us 20, and we add these up. We are adding, and we get a total, final answer, 3,240 would be the final answer. All right, your homework for this section is 2 through 54 even.